first time trying this flavor. It's pretty good. Probably not one of my faves, but if I'm in the mood for it, I feel like it's good. Where do we begin?
Oh.
Okay, so
life update, obviously.
So hi, how are you?
Title.
Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a life update. I told you guys I had some pretty big news to share with you, and if you follow me on Instagram, you already kind of saw the big news.
Which was the move.
Yes. So we are leaving California. We are moving to Denver, Colorado, which is pretty wild, but we are lucky enough to have this opportunity in a place where basically this is the only other place I would want to live in the United States that is not California. We always said Colorado or California, those are like our two only spots we would want to be in, and luckily this amazing opportunity that we got happened to be in Denver, Colorado. So
yeah, I think it was one of those like too good to be true, like this can't be coincidence, you know. And like Paige said, you can ask any of our friends from our closest to my parents, you know. Paige and I absolutely love Colorado. It's if California is number one, Colorado / Denver was always our number two. There's just definitely an excitement with getting to live in probably more of a habitat suited to, you know, outside of work and everything, what's like, you know, for hobbies and everything, what's good for me, and Paige shares a lot of those as well. So it was it's just cool the way it kind of worked out that this is the location that we got such a great opportunity in.
I want to try to debunk any assumptions or theories that people kind of create, because this does seem a little bit impulsive, or it almost seems like we were kind of planning something. Like, I want it to be known that our trip to Colorado this past, a week ago, we booked this in September, so this was not made to be like we're secretly, you know, this is a plan and we're secretly doing this and this and this. It literally fell so perfectly that we had booked this trip, like I said, I think September was the earliest thing we booked.
Yeah, just to give a backstory, this is a trip that Paige and I do with
every
6 of my
friends.
closest friends from back home in New York. Back to the whole coincidence thing, it was just too perfect of timing that we were actually going on vacation in Denver. Where I had, you know, my first meeting with the company we're going to talk about in a minute here that I will be joining.
Yeah, so I did just want to say, like, I want any sneakiness or assumptions to kind of be debunked. Everything just seemed too perfect, and it all panned out just really, really well and gave us kind of like the perfect opportunity, and it just was something we felt we couldn't really turn down by any means. So just wanted to say, this Colorado trip literally fell at the perfect time. It wasn't like our secretive little thing that we were going to, you know, plan all this out. It literally happened perfect timing. So on to the opportunity, I guess. So this, honestly, the opportunity arose for primarily Anthony, so I also don't want it to kind of be solely based around me and what I'm doing, because truly the opportunity was given to him. So yeah, I feel like that kind of also helps people to understand more of what's going on. So go ahead and say what you're.
Well, I'll give the whole backstory. Listen, I think we've been, you know, we're people who are super, you know, honest, and we put out all real information. So long story short, obviously you guys know that, you know, we've been with Dead Fit Apparel for a long time. Absolutely love Stacy and Kyler. They're more than just, you know, business, you know, colleagues to us. They're seriously our best friends in the world. So in deciding all this, it was the hardest decision I probably ever had to make. And everyone, the way it looks, you know, in the public, was this decision was made over the course of, you know, probably a week, but that's not the case. So long story short, I guess we're spilling the beans here. I'm sure all of you are familiar with Balance Athletica, owned by the Dilks and Chloe Chamberlain, Taylor, Steve, and Chloe. And so long story short, within Dead Fit, I've kind of transformed to more of a kind of consulting role. With that, started working with a couple other companies. So long story short, Balance a couple weeks ago had posted about a customer service position that they were looking to fill. And it was, you know, to me, another opportunity to kind of, you know, see if I can, you know, help out another company. And my intentions were exclusively, and Steve can back me up on this, but, you know, I reached out, just asked, is this a remote possibility? As in, can I work from home and do some customer service stuff for you guys?
Just like another revenue stream.
Yeah, again.
Because he kind of has like a lot of different things that he's doing. So it's kind of just like, is it another possibility that you could just kind of like add
worked with a few clothing companies at this point. I'm sure you guys are aware of a couple of those. So I just thought it was another cool opportunity for me to bring another one of those companies into the fold for me to help out in any way that I could. So Steve did inform me that due to the expansion and growth of their company, they really needed somebody full-time in Denver. So kind of at that point wrote it off a little bit maybe, but Steve encouraged me to hop on the phone with him and start some conversations, see if what's going on in your current business life, how can we make this work for you here potentially, and kind of made me feel really good about me being a strong candidate for that position from a full-time perspective. So lo and behold, we were going out to Denver a week. Literally, it was like a week and a half later after I had reached out to him. So we kind of stalled the conversations, didn't go too crazy, but he had asked if we wanted to, kind of spend a little bit of time with them, which truthfully we were planning on already prior to even, this opportunity coming up. We want to spend some time with Steve and Taylor. But long story short, turned into more of kind of like a business meeting, and wanted to meet with his team, show us, what kind of the behind the scenes of Balance would be. From there, things just really, started to progress quickly, and we rekindled that love that we had, made back in 2016 for our love for Denver. And they presented some things to us that, got us very, very excited about them and their business. Long story short, and I'm just going to bring you into the fold here. It turned from just myself getting a job opportunity to kind of getting a package offering for myself to work behind the scenes in the customer service and operations role, and then that would also include Paige coming in as an athlete. So with that, after some talks, sitting down with their team, and then me speaking to everybody, who's in my corner, from my grandfather to my parents, any other people that I have super close in my life. And we had to make the tough decision. You guys know the outcome of that, as obviously we're moving to Denver. So starting probably mid-April, I will be a full-time athlete. I'll be a full-time employee for Balance Athletica. And over the course of the next couple of weeks, obviously, I think based on Paige's Instagram post, we were trying to keep this more on the quiet side. Yeah. But Paige will be becoming an athlete as well.
Yeah, so I have never changed companies. As you guys know, it's been First Form and Dead Fit basically since I started my fitness journey. So it's kind of something that was really hard for me to figure out how to navigate, and I didn't want to look like a company hopper, because I know that's just like, it's really not a good look. Although obviously this is like my first change, so I don't think it's going to be perceived negatively, but it was something that I really wanted to take slow, and it kind of sucks that as soon as I announced the Denver thing, people automatically assumed that it was Balance, and kind of already were
rightfully assumed.
Right, rightfully so. But I didn't mention it for like a reason. I was kind of trying to be a little bit vague about it. I wanted to make kind of two separate announcements, almost like the Denver move, and then also I wanted to I was planning on announcing like May 1st.
Yeah. And that's I'll jump in for you here. That's primarily due to the sensitivity of the situation. Like, not just for Paige and I, but all parties involved, from, at this point, former company that we've been with, two of our best friends in the world, to, making sure we do the right thing from a public standpoint for, the new employer that we're going to be joining. So it was I don't want to say frustrating, but we left out details purposely, guys.
And then everyone just was publicly guessing and already publicly congratulating me, which I thought was kind of strange, because no party ever said what was going on. Like, I know Taylor commented on my post.
Fair to assume, don't get me wrong.
They said they hired someone and that they're moving. Like, if you put two and two together, yes, it is pretty obvious, but it was never like said. But everyone, it's just kind of been like a lot of comments and DMs and all of that, like congratulating me on Balance. So I don't know, I really did want to keep it not hidden, but I wanted to slow play it a little bit, especially because like we just came back from Denver. We just had our conversation with Stacey and Kyler, and
like less than a week ago at this point.
People are already assuming bad blood between us and them, and that's another reason why I wanted to make this video, was to kind of
probably the most important reason why I wanted to make this video.
To get rid of all assumptions, because I know, like, if companies don't really say what happened, people are open to making their own assumptions. Like, obviously, if we don't say, people are going to assume what happened and kind of like create the own idea in their head. So yeah, I did want to slow play it because I really didn't want to look like it was just one to the next right away. And so it kind of stinks that now I'm just grouping it all together and it's all just kind of one announcement. So yeah, but
with that, I think we want to be the first to tell you guys that there is absolutely zero negative bad blood between us and DeadFit. And if I'm being honest with you, this was a huge, probably the biggest hurdle and the biggest fear of Paige and mine going into this is we wanted to make sure that, or do whatever we possibly could to maintain a friendship that's more important to us than our business with them.
Always.
To maintain a friendship with Stacy and Kai over the business relationship. And literally I was shaking, fucking super emotional having this conversation, and the first sentence out of both their mouths was, our friendship is much more important than our business, and we have your backs through it. I'm gonna get emotional now talking.
I know, which that just meant the world to us because, like, just looking at it from, you know, their perspective, like, I could understand if they were a little bit upset, you know, like, it's understandable, and it was really, really, really hard for us, and that was honestly the biggest hurdle of all of this. Like, leaving California, like, yeah, that's hard and all, but, like, that was not the big issue here. Like, the big issue was saving the friendship that we built with them for now over probably 3 years. I want it to be known because I'm already getting DMs about spilling tea, and Kyler's getting DMs.
There's no tea, guys.
There's literally nothing.
We like coffee, not tea.
Yeah. It's the unfortunate part of mixing business and friendship where this opportunity came along for us, and it was something that we couldn't pass up. And unfortunately, that came at the cost of leaving our best friend's business, and it was really hard for us, which is why I honestly, it's a sore subject for me. Like, it's just something that, like, I didn't want to announce yet. Like, I wasn't really ready to announce it, and so I was kind of, like, forced into this situation. I posted I was moving to Denver, so, you know, it was fine for people to make their assumptions, but now it's just kind of snowballing really quick, and I feel like I have to get this video out so that nobody creates this drama where there's no drama. So I feel like weird making a video like this. It's like a weird video to talk about my personal life and, like, my personal relationships with people, but I need to, like, air it out and be like, everything's good. Like, we already have plans for them to come visit us. Like, everything is so good, and I am honestly very blessed for everything that they've done for me. From literally my infantile fitness journey to now.
First company to ever give, you know, Paige a shot. You know, Kyler and I, you know, grew our relationship super quickly. Talked a lot of business, you know, a couple years back, and it's like, life's a hell of a journey.
It's very bittersweet, and yeah, it was just something I wasn't really ready to share yet, so if this is really jumbled and all over the place, I really was not planning on kind of doing anything like this for at least a month, so yeah, I really wasn't expecting people to kind of jump to conclusions, although they were pretty obvious, but jump to conclusions and then take it the next step and assume that there was something bad going on between DeadFit and I, or us, and so I wanted to make that extremely clear and kind of squash that immediately, because I just feel like sometimes people want drama, and there's no drama here. None at all.
You'll see Stacey and Kyler in Denver very soon hanging out with us. So
it's not me, you know? I'm not that type.
Yeah,
so
we continue, you know, from the bottom of my heart, we will always support DeadFit. You know, it's, you know, amazing company, two amazing people, you know, who own the company, and, you know, they got some badass stuff, guys. So it's no bad blood towards the company, towards them as people. You know, this is the harsh or the hardest part about, you know, about business and especially, like you said, doing work with your friends. So be very, I guess, to give us some advice here, be very cautious and careful when you do go into business with your friends.
Not all friends are going to be as supportive as they were.
That's what I was going to say. Not everybody will be as gracious and, you know, accepting and supportive of you when you do leave their business. So we've lucked out here, and, you know, thanks to, you know, Stacy and Kylie for their character and who they are as people, made this a lot easier for both of us, you know, and our stress levels. So I'm sure you guys are going to be watching at some point, but thank you, Stacy and Kylie.
We love you.
We love you guys so much. You know, thank you for everything you've done for us, and, you know, this is just the start of our friendship anyway. So yeah.
So, in short, we're moving to Denver. Anthony got a job with Balance Athletica, and I will be a new athlete for them as well.
And fourth and most importantly, there is zero negative feelings, bad
between
blood.
anyone.
But mutually both ways between us and our friends over at Deadfit.
I am very insanely thankful for the opportunity that Balance is giving us.
It's
wild to think about. And I'm very blessed that they kind of opened their arms to us and are welcoming us in to their very small team. And
thank you to Balance.
Thank you to them. Amazing people. And thank you to Deadfit and Stacey and Kyler for everything you've done for us thus far. And it's all love. In every direction.
Lots of love.
All love. Yeah. So, yeah, that's our news. I know I announced the move on my Instagram, so if you follow me there, you already knew, but kind of going into depth here, I feel like the big assumption was probably that it was because I was going to be working with Balance, but really it all started with him getting the opportunity with Balance, so... that's it. I don't know. This video is probably longer than I wanted it to be, but I just, like I said, it all happened really quickly and assumptions were getting thrown around and I felt the need to get this out kind of right away, so I didn't get the chance to put all my thoughts together in a nice way. So hopefully it all, was bearable to listen to, and yeah.
I hope it all made sense. We kind of jumped around a bunch. But
I don't even know how to go about it. Like, I've never done this before, and I was just, I don't know. That's why it's a delicate thing for me. So to kind of be like forced into having to make this video as soon as possible, it kind of sucks, but
yeah.
There's all the tea for ya. That's our tea. Anyways, we are moving in a week and a day.
A week from tomorrow. So
hi. Yeah, it's happening very quickly.
This is going to be posted today, right?
Yeah, so a week.
It'll be 8 days from today. So when you guys are watching this video, it's Wednesday the 27th right now. So this will actually be going up today. And I think all the official announcements and whatnot for stuff for the future will, proceed over the next couple of weeks. But, we talked to both parties and we wanted to make sure we got this information out to you guys.
As quickly as possible to quiet any rumors or anything like that. So
all good, all love, and moving forward, everything is extremely positive, and we're excited to share this next chapter of our life with you guys.
We're excited to share everything.
Holy shit, we're leaving California, dude.
And we
A lot more shredding vlogs, so snowboarding vlogs will be on the way.
Maybe not this year.
No, not this season, but just in general.
Anyways, that Colorado life. So thank you to everyone who has been extremely supportive throughout my whole life, but everything thus far. Thank you for those who will continue to support me through everything. I love you guys, and if you have any questions, comment down below. But I feel like, this had to be a pretty broad, generalized video. But that's kind of it, I think. So.
But I just realized we referred to you as athlete a bunch of times. They're called leaders in Balance. So sorry guys. But
easier. Okay. Anyways. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this all made sense. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Oh, I just covered your face.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.